How's it going, guys? So we're doing something a little bit different here. And as you all know, let me minimize this real quick. This world that I have shown off on my first and second episode um, is essentially my primary world. It's the world I play on the most. And ever since we started playing on this world, I've always sort of had, I've always wondered if it was possible to convert something on, for instance, Windows 10 edition to Java edition. And for the longest time, I didn't think it was possible because they're completely different engines. But as it turns out, just recently, I think roughly 4 months ago, was the release of this tool called the Universal Minecraft Converter. Now, the Universal Minecraft Converter is actually a really, it's just an extraordinary tool. It's what I use to actually convert this world, the realm, to Java Edition. And I'm going to kind of go through the process now just to kind of show you how to do it. So firstly, I already have a copy of the realm. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into a copy of the world that you want to convert. And just make sure all the chunks are loaded. That doesn't really matter, but I just kind of like to do that just in case so nothing gets corrupted. Anyway, and as you've noticed, I have put all my valuable items in this chest. Now the reason that is because this converter actually undermines one thing, and that is what items are on your character when you convert the world. Because there's a bunch of player data, for whatever reason, it doesn't transfer over, and so that's why, especially if you have a multiplayer world, you want to make sure everybody puts their stuff in the chest. Or in a chest before you convert the world. Unfortunately, the XP will not carry over, but that's just, sort of a minor side effect to actually being able to transfer the world, in this case from Bedrock Edition, Windows 10, to Java Edition. So now that step is over, what we want to do is save and quit. Okay, so we're doing that. And then you want to pull up this tool. Now, you can look up videos for this tool. It does cost a little bit of money. For casual use, you're looking at about $14. I'm not too sure. I don't quite remember how much it was. Let's say you're a build team and you're going to want it for maybe 12 months. I think it's like $40, $50, something in that range. So, but that's for more advanced players, especially those who are on build teams. But for us, I just got the $14 version. Doesn't really make a difference. It gives you the same benefits, and there are some issues with this platform, but overall the Universal Minecraft Converter is just an extraordinary tool, as I've said before. Okay, so the next step, once you have the Universal Minecraft Converter, you want to click which version is your input platform, and in this case it's Windows 10. So now you want to select the world that we were just in, or the one you want to convert. So that's the copy with the chest icon. And then we press open. And so now what it's going to do is it's going to copy the world files. Now this will take a while, and because I am new to YouTube, I don't really have proper editing software, so I can't very well cut to the end. And if I were to actually have it convert completely, we would be sitting here for a couple hours. So I'm actually going to show it off in the next episode, the world actually being converted into Java Edition. But for now, I'm just going to show you this process so you know everything you need to know in order to convert the world. So as you can see, we just selected the input platform and it actually copied all the files of the world. So I think in theory, even if you were to delete this world, it would still be copied onto this platform. I'm not too sure about that, but that's just the assumption. And so now we're going to select which platform we want. Now the really cool thing is there's all these different platforms you can choose from. You can choose from PC Java Edition, Xbox 360. I'm assuming that's also just Xbox in general. PlayStation 3. I don't know where PlayStation 4 is. I don't know if that also qualifies to that. Maybe these are just the earliest versions that they can convert to, but it can also convert into newer versions. Like, for instance, 360 or Xbox One, you name it. Same goes for the PlayStation. And then, of course, you can convert it to the Wii U and Pocket Edition. So, you got a lot of options to choose from, and you can even select several at once. You can select as many as you want or as few as you want. Um, it's really up to you, and the possibilities are truly endless. But in this case, we're going to do it into PC Java because that's the other version I have on this PC. So we click PC Java and then Start, and that's pretty much it. It will take a little while to prepare the chunks, but once it has, then you know you're just kind of having to wait for it to convert the chunks. But once it does, well, you're all set. So, like I said, this is just an incredible program. It's definitely something worth checking out, especially if you're in my position where, you know, like you've been playing on Bedrock Edition, for instance, you know, forever in 3 days, and you have this survival world that you can't live without, but you're just absolutely tired of all the bugs that Bedrock Edition, or Bug Rock Edition, should I say, has to offer. So, you know, now it's actually possible to convert to different editions, which is just unreal in my opinion. I've always wanted that. Now, of course, there are some issues with that because there's certain things Bedrock Edition has that Java doesn't. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of fixing and manipulating of, you know, the world you had converted. And there are a few things, conversion bugs, like for instance, if you have a waterloggable block, or one that is waterlogged, and then another waterloggable block on top of it, the water will actually move up to the waterloggable block on top. I can't quite show it to you now because this is just going to take forever in 3 days before this gets done. I think there's roughly 360,000 chunks that this has to convert, so it's quite a bit. But nevertheless, it is very effective in, overall. It gets pretty much everything done. I mean, even the items in the chest with the names and these specific enchantments is just phenomenal. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Like I said, the next episode I'm going to show you on Java Edition the world being converted, and I'll also show you a little bit, a couple few bugs that I noticed. Just try to point them out so that you're aware and you kind of can prepare your worlds in advance, perhaps. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.